No? The CAT dictionary. By providing a beginner's dictionary or dictionary to build program, most CAT systems allow you to build your own dictionary, personal dictionary that contains outlines of most of the common words used in translation. Students or reporters who already have their own dictionaries may be able to use the CAT system that are used by freelance companies. Most CAT systems are able to convert their dictionaries from one system to another. So don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out that you're using Eclipse here. And then you go and you work for a firm and they say, you know what? We're on Case Catalyst here. You're gonna have to switch over. Because if you have problems or whatever, we're not gonna be able to help you. Okay. All you do is call Case Catalyst and say, look, this is what I have. Okay. Back up your dictionary onto a thumb drive or whatever. Send us a thumb drive and we'll convert it. Or they may be able to do it just online and just kind of walk you through it or whatever on how to be able to, back it up onto a thumb drive. And then when you get your Case Catalyst, put it in there and then, somehow or another be able to convert it from Eclipse into the Case Catalyst or whatever. Okay? That's what they're talking about. So don't freak out that, oh man, I did it in Eclipse and now I'm gonna have to start all over again because my dictionary is in Eclipse. Not that big of a deal. Okay? They can convert them. Other CAT features. Most CAT programs have a powerful spell check application that can rapidly proofread hundreds of pages for spelling and format errors. Most core reporting software programs also have global capabilities for searching and replacing, index creation and keyword indexing, ASCII creation, modem, and telecommunication capabilities, and other specialized features. Guys, it's crazy now. You don't go through, edit it, and say, you know what, now I'm going to do spell check. I'm telling you, you can go through there and edit really quick. And even if you go through and don't do it really quick and go slow, you'll be surprised at the mistakes that you still make. So always print it and proofread it. And don't think that just because, well, I did the spell check, that didn't mean anything, You could have misstroked something and, it's your name going out on that document. Don't trust the computer to have done it, okay? And don't trust yourself all the time. Always go back and double check yourself. And I still do it. I've been out 23 years. I still always edit my job, print it, and proofread it again. Or I have somebody else proofread it, which is even better. To have a second set of eyes look at it because, they're not the ones that did it. A lot of times you go over and it's like, oh man, I remember this part and just kind of blaze through it. No. So it's always good to have somebody else that's looking at it too. Okay? So it's always good to have a proofer if you can. Litigation support. Litigation support has been defined as any supplemental service that a court reporter or agency can offer to lawyers, judges, and other court personnel to help them in the pursuit of justice. Not all litigation support services are offered by every agency, but more firms are beginning to offer a wide variety of extras to their clients. Reporters and reporting firms charge more for these services because it costs more to offer them. This ancillary service can be offered because of advances in modern technology. While not all court reporter and real-time software programs offer these features, most include them in their programs. Listed below are examples of these litigation supports. A condensed transcript. I think we talked about that last week, about a condensed transcript. Pretty cool stuff. A condensed transcript is exactly what the word implies. It is printed transcript that is reduced from its original size so that more than one page on the transcript can be printed on a regular 8.5 by 11 inch paper. To offer the service, a special software program is needed that will print the transcripts in a condensed format. Most of the programs offer 2, 4, 6, or 8 pages of transcript on both sides of a regular size page. So you can imagine. I mean, you can put 8 pages on one page. Kind of small. You know, most people don't want it. What I've seen usually is 4. They have the 4 pages on one page, and they can go through and read it. It's actually pretty cool. You know, and I've had, you know, attorneys ask, you know, hey, do y'all offer condensed? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna need a condensed. Because I'm going on vacation, we're flying to blah, 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 and I wanna take this transcript along and read it while I'm on the plane. I can read gobs of stuff. So instead of taking a 200-page transcript, now he's taking a 50 pages, because you're able to put 4 pages on one page. Heck, I think they can even do it front and back. I think that's what it said.
That's how I did it, but have my attorney always order the condensed ones all the time.
Yeah. And they just like it because it's convenient. They don't have to carry that whole big old booklet or whatever.
It's like one of
Yeah.
those things, you know,
Yeah.
carry that thing around.
Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly what it is. So you're looking at something, you know, you're looking at something this size. So, you know, you're going on a trip, and you can take this whole thing, which is 293 pages. That size. 293 pages. Divided by 4. So now you've cut it down to about 70-something pages. So now you've cut it down to about that. So you've taken this whole thing and cut it down to about that by putting 4 pages on there. That's why they like it. But it costs more money because you have to buy the certain software that does that. But usually all reporting firms have it. So, and attorneys like it. Keyword indexing. An attorney will be interested in portions of the testimony where certain words occur over and over again. For example, in the direct examination of a defendant, attorney who would be cross-examining may be interested in how many references he made to the word gun or knife in direct examination. Using keyword indexing, a court reporter can offer a printed page that lists the page and line number of every reference that was made to gun or knife. Pretty cool. You know, and these guys love that keyword indexing too. You know, reporters really like, attorneys really like that. Instant viewing and marking capabilities. Using the technology of computer integrated courtrooms, lawyers and judges can view a computer monitor that shows a printed transcript on the screen in real time. While viewing the screen, an attorney can go backward within the transcript and search for words or important parts and then mark them or cue them on his transcript only. He can also pull in previous testimony in the same matter and in previous transcripts that pertain to the case at hand. This remarkable achievement is now in place and in some advanced courtrooms in the nation. Pretty cool stuff. You know, so, you know, if you go back and you're trying to, you know, that attorney's trying to impeach a witness, and he's like, they go through and said this, and it's like, well, didn't you say that you didn't have a knife? Or you did have, well, I didn't have a knife. I didn't say I had a knife. Well, back here on page 52, we have a certain, he was able to mark it and go back and say, you said it right here. And I can read it right there. The judge can go back, the other attorney can go back. Oh, you know what, you did say it. So
They won't ask us to read that, they'll just go back on their own.
well, they can. I mean, if they're doing real time. If you're providing real time for everybody in the courtroom, it's not just something you usually do, but if they want to pay for it, they can pay for it. It's not something you usually just provide. Usually, if you're providing real time, it's to your judge. or to the people that are in the deposition, okay? If they paid for it,
And it's per connection.
yeah.
They can just flip around there, search things.
Well, they can't really mark in the computer. They can just kind of, go in and change stuff. They can go in and mark stuff, like certain spots or whatever.
What can they do? Can they, like, if they're looking for the word gun, can they type that in the way we would hit our F button and type it in?
I don't know if it's that advanced yet or not. It might be. It might be. And that's going to be a question that you ask the reporter coming. Hey, you know what? Can they do that? I mean, and she'll know. She's pretty up on technology. So write this stuff down. Or don't, whatever. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm reading where it says he can mark his own. So he should be able to do some kind of navigating.
Mark them or cue them. So he can mark a spot. I don't know that he can go in there and type in, because I don't know that they have necessarily a keyboard. I don't know. It's something you'll have to ask them. I think they just have a monitor.
The
So-
one that I've seen, there's a young real-time reporter that does it. She just gives people little tablets for the people who pay for the service. Each one gets a tablet that receives the feed wirelessly real-time.
Yeah. Yeah. Different print options. Attorneys or clients can have a transcript printed in many different ways. Besides printing in a hard copy in regular format or condensed format on transcript paper, attorneys can also have a Braille copy printed for the blind or visually impaired, an ASCII copy to allow for downloading onto their computers, or a copy printed in Spanish or in other foreign languages. That would be something to ask the reporter that's coming. I've never seen that. The ASCII I've seen. Braille, never seen that.
How much do they charge for an ASCII?
God, I don't even know anymore. God, that was 20-something years ago that I was out. Something, write that down. Exhibit scanning devices. Exhibits are introduced during a trial or a deposition can now be converted to digital images by using an optical character recognition device or scanner. Once exhibits are digitized and made part of the record, they can be easily indexed and cross-referenced with other similar exhibits and made part of the total transcript. God, it's super cool now. The printer that we have at work, I print it and it sends it to my computer on a PDF file. And that's how I send everything that's on appeal to the fourth court. They don't want any papers anymore. They don't want any exhibits. They don't want this big old exhibit or this sheet of paper that has 239 or 293 pages on it. You go through and it copies, and it doesn't make a copy, it's just making a copy, an image, onto a PDF file and then sending it to your email. Yeah, it is cool. Way. Archiving and online repositories and for transcripts. It is important for the court reporter and freelance reporter to properly save transcripts related to legal matters. While most reporters will have their transcripts stored on their hard drive or some other hardware device, more and more reporters are using online repositories for saving their transcripts. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things now. They have that, I think it's called the cloud. They have, God, there's some other ones. I can't think right now. But I know the cloud is really popular. God, I just saw one the other day, a new one. But anyway, I mean, guys are using that now. Maybe I'm that old-fashioned guy. I don't trust it as much. I always back it up onto my external. This way I know where it is. If their system crashes, I know I have it, And maybe it's just a backup to a backup. You back up, so just in case the courthouse burns and your house burns on the same day, God almighty, you have it saved in the cloud, Or a tornado comes, knocks down the courthouse and your house in one fell swoop, the cloud still has it. So it's something to consider. pretty cool. PDF versus ASCII. While transcripts are currently stored on ASCII format, more and more repositories and archive houses are converting documents to portable document formats, PDF files. PDF files retain the formatting in the original document and can be locked to make tampering difficult. They can be easily read by using a free PDF reader and, if necessary, annotated or edited only by those with the authority by using the PDF software programs. PDF files can be easily sent and opened and are relatively secure. Cool stuff, guy. Cool stuff. So if you don't have it, download Qt PDF. Easy. Really easy. Puts it onto your computer, and then you can save stuff, send stuff. So this way, if you work on it and you're sending it to somebody else, they can't edit it. They can look at it, they can print it, mark it with, whatever, but they can't go in there and edit it. Only you can edit it. And you can't edit it in your PDF file. You have to go back in your original file, then resave it into the PDF file that you saved. That makes sense? Electronic filing. Electronic filing is a capability of satisfying all filing requirements as mandated by the court by using an electronic version of proper documentation. Digitized documents can be processed, sent, tracked, stored, and organized through the various court systems that use the features of electronic filing. In a broader sense, electronic filing may include the electronic transmission of documents, case management integration, financial information, and paper flow integration, jurisdictional compatibility, and full litigation support with different end users. Electronic filing can be handled in-house or by private vendors. Most electronic filing is by using PDF files for ease of transmission and readability. That's all we do now. I mean, even in our court, you want to file a motion, nobody files papers anymore. You do it electronically. Everything's done electronically now. And there's some paper stuff that comes through or whatever, but for the most part, they're going completely electronic. So everything is sent. We send out our docket electronically. They print me a hard copy just because I need to see it, mark it while I'm there, because I have something to mark, and I use that as my reference sheet. Remember we were talking about the reporter's reference sheet where I put witnesses, exhibits? That's what I use it for. So they print me a copy. The judge has a copy too, and usually the bailiffs have a copy because they're going out there calling the cases, and they have it on a clipboard, Garza case coming in, whatever. But everything is going electronic, everything. And like I said, the fourth court, they don't want any paper, zero. You file a notification of late record, you have to print this sheet, fill it out, print it, send it to your computer PDF, and then you send it to them electronically. They don't want the paper. They want it done electronically. But you have to print the paper, fill it out, and then send it. Whatever. Digital or electronic signatures. Digital signatures are used to protect documents, including court transcripts. They verify the authenticity of a document by guaranteeing a particular document came from a particular source and no other source. Some courts mandate that a reporter's transcript include a digital signature verifying the dates and source of that document. It is important to note that the purpose of the digital signature is not to certify the accuracy of a transcript, but to verify the source of the transcript. That is, it came from the reporter who is responsible for the accurate transcription of the record. However, if the reporter electronically signs a transcript, he or she is attesting to the accuracy of that transcript to the best of their ability. Absolutely. So if you send it and it has your electronic signature on it, you're telling them, this is mine. I sent it. And to the best of my ability, it's accurate. So it's just like signing it. Future litigation support services. As technology advances in the world of court reporting, we will undoubtedly see an explosion of new types of services offered by court reporters to their clients. For example, instant translation services from one language to another, instant research of available transcript for words or activities, and bundling together transcripts from a variety of cases that relate to a particular circumstance. As a court reporter, it is important to keep abreast of the changes that are taking place in the field and keep up with the most up-to-date services offered by reporters and agencies. Yeah. So as scared as you are of technology and advancing times, it's happening. So whether you jump on board or not, if you don't jump on board, you're getting left behind. That's fact. You know, so you have to keep abreast pretty much of what's going on. Okay, and that's just what it's telling you. And that change is coming. You know, and it's always advancing, always. Okay? Any questions about what we covered? Pretty cool stuff right there. This one was actually pretty cool. There was a lot of cool stuff in there. Any questions? All right. Well, we're done for the night. For next week, God, we only have... Yeah. So do 37 and 38.
Sounds good.
And we are going to have a speaker, so we may not cover any of it, okay? So we may have to cover it that following Wednesday. But, you know, if both of them come, just depending on how long they stay and talk about stuff, and however many questions you guys have, is going to determine how much we get done next week on the other chapters. If not, then we'll do it that following Wednesday, but we'll be all right. Any questions? All right, see you next week.